Hello! In this video I'll show you some different ways you can refresh and customize your phone cases. I've been wanting to try this out on my own case, which is for an iPhone, but if you have a different phone, these methods will work just the same on those cases. And you can even try this out on a tablet or iPad case. If you've been subscribed for a while, you'll notice that I use some of my designs and patterns from my past tutorials, and you can find those in this playlist right here. There's also a lot of other ideas of artwork that you can apply to these cases in there as well, and I try to make new ones about every month, so be sure to check back and see if there's any new ones in there that you can apply as well. For your reference, I will put a full list of all of the supplies I used, including the cases, and links to those in the video description below. One method you could try is with a temporary tattoo. I'm starting with this plain white phone case, and I'm going to put a Stegosaurus tattoo on it, because why would you not want a Stegosaurus on your phone case? I got this one from the coolest online temporary tattoo shop. I'll put the link below, but you can also use any temporary tattoo for this. Following the instructions, I'm going to peel this off and then put it face down on the case and press it down with a wet paper towel for about 30 seconds. Then remove the wet towel and gently peel the backing of the tattoo off. If there's any clear residue left over, you can wipe that off around the tattoo. I think this one turned out pretty nice, and there are some air bubbles, but they're so small that they're not really that noticeable. So just be really gentle when you're applying temporary tattoos because the material is really delicate. To make this tattoo permanent, you then want to spray it with a clear varnish. If you have a glossy white case, you can also try a marble design. I'm using the same type of white case, and if it's glossy, I think it really makes the marble look more realistic. This technique is a little different and you will be getting your fingertips dirty. Use a regular ink black pen and sketch out some lines which look like marble cracks. And before the ink dries, you want to smudge it like this. The ink will dry fast, so you want to do it quickly after you put it down. And I recommend searching online for an image of white marble so you can reference while doing this. So just keep making these lines that look like cracks and smudging and smudging and smudging. And you can go back in places to darken the cracks to make it look more realistic, and smudge even more to make gray areas. If you mess up, you can wipe it away with some water and a towel, but if you just keep smudging it and working on it, it does start to resemble white marble. And just like the other one, to seal it permanently, spray it with a clear varnish. If you have a darker case, that's a great surface for a galaxy. I'm using this solid black one, and I'm going to refer to my past tutorial on how to paint a galaxy and using the same paint and the same process. You can check that tutorial out right here, and you might want to put something down so that your case is stabilized while you're working on it. I'm using one color at a time, and then to blend it out, I'm using a dry brush. Then just adding on more color as I go. I'm referencing photos of galaxies while I work, but I'm not painting a specific galaxy, so this is like my own galaxy. And then I'm adding some blue and just blending it all out, and if you want to add some more black in, you can actually remove the paint with a dry paintbrush. Then blend it out, and for the fun part, flick on the white stars. Then let the paint dry. I let mine dry overnight, and then I took the clear varnish and sealed it so it would be permanent. Another design you can try is a herringbone pattern. There are a few ways you can make this pattern, and you can check them all out in this video right there. I'm using this electrical tape to tape off one single column from a herringbone pattern, and I had in mind to make just a bold graphic with it. This is going to act as a stencil, and I'm just bringing the tape all the way around to the back to tape off the sides. You can use any kind of paint you want with this. I'm using this gold metallic spray paint, and took them both outside to spray. Then I let that dry, and I just ended up spraying the bottom portion to make a gradient effect. Then take off the tape to reveal the design. I think the gold turned out nice on this one, and just to protect it even more, I sprayed this one with a clear varnish as well, just to prevent the spray paint from chipping off. This next option is the most versatile. If you have a clear case, you can print your own designs on a regular 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper at home and stack a lot of designs on that one piece. I made my artwork about a ½ inch larger than my case so that it has extra room around to cut out. What you print out is totally up to you. I just printed out something that I recently learned how to make, pixel art, and I just printed this out on my inkjet printer. Check that video out if you want to learn how to make pixel art, and I used the same process to make this pixel heart. I also added something I already had designed, and I just printed that out next to it. Now place the case onto the artwork and trace around the area which you want to show. Then cut it out, but you want to cut out the shape a little smaller than the shape you traced. So just cut it out inside of the lines you drew. It's kind of hard to get the exact size inside these cases, so if it still doesn't fit, you can trim off a little more on the sides. Once you have it in, then you can trace out any holes that you might have in the case depending on what kind of phone you have, and you can just put your fingers in the back of it so that you have something against the paper. Trim that out and then it's ready to go. You can also use that as a template for any future printouts that you make. I really like how all of these turned out, and I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Maybe it will spark some ideas on different ways you can update your phone cases. And if you end up using any of these methods, I would love to see pictures of your cases or any projects that you use my tutorials for. Go ahead and share any pictures with me on my social links right there, and follow me while you're there. For more videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel, CLemon, and if you want to learn my latest pattern video that I made, go check out this DIY circle lock pattern. And for another case design you can try, check out this video on the right, which will go over a decoupage technique. You can also apply this to your phone cases or other tablet cases. Let me know which design was your favorite in this video in the comments below, and of course if you like this video, hit that like button. Again, you can find me on those social links along the bottom to see what I'm up to, and I will see you guys next time.